hiking the Two Trees Trail, and more. In Box Springs Mountain Park. Parking is 2.2 miles from the 60 freeway. On Two Trees Road in Riverside. The hike, as described, visits 3 lightly visited peaks in the park. The difficulty rating for the hike is moderate. The hike begins. The hike starts and ends at the Two Trees Trailhead. A footbridge crosses over a seasonal creek. It then begins to gradually elevate toward the high points of Box Springs Mountain Park. Pausing to look at Sugarloaf Ridge. I had visited there on a previous video. Boulders fill the open spaces. Getting a good view of Table Peak, which will be my first peak visited on the hike. In just under 2 miles, Box Springs Road gets reached. Making a left on the road and going for Table Peak. Exiting the road and picking up the Ridges Trail. Passing through a lunar-like landscape. Approaching Table Peak. Near the summit. Negotiating the summit boulders. On the summit of Table Peak. The Summit 360. Elevation, 2,559 feet. With peak number 1 in the bag, it was then time to return to the road. The next 2 peaks appear ahead. Simply returning down the Two Trees Trail was an option, but there were still 2 more peaks that I needed to climb to complete my Box Springs Mountain Park experience. To do this, I continued past the Box Springs parking lot. I had parked here on a previous video. I then passed through the gate and made a sharp left. This put me on a faint use trail. The use trail goes beside private property and climbs into the hills. The trail levels out on the north slope of Peak 2843. This is the right point to head straight for the summit. I left the use trail and proceeded upward. It didn't take long to find wild burrow trails that led me to where I wanted to go. Reaching the summit boulders. Time to do some boulder scrambling. Need to get that high point to make it official. On the summit of Peak 2843. Meanwhile, Peak 2880 beckoned me further ahead. With peak number 2 in the bag, time to get number 3. Wild burrow trails once again led me there. Finding the pathway of least resistance. Approaching the summit. On the summit of Peak 2880. The Summit 360. I had completed a series of videos in Box Springs Mountain Park. This marked my 12th different summit. With peak number 3 for the day in the bag, time to find a way down. I dropped down the south slope to form a loop. This also allowed me to cover new ground, rather than heading back the same way. I aimed for Box Springs Road. As usual, wild burrow trails came to the rescue. Making a short appearance on the road. Then, making a quick right on the Science Spring Trail. The trail has nice vistas while shortcutting the Box Springs Road option. Descending to close the loop portion. Then I was back on the road. I went straight through the gate by the parking lot. I concluded the loop of the plateau by returning to the Two Trees Trail. From there, it was downhill all the way. A glance at Table Peak and Sugarloaf Ridge. I encountered some wild burrows foraging. While the others gorged, there was one guard burro on duty. What are you looking at? Near the trailhead, the path returns to the lone section of shade. I enjoyed a bit of a respite from the direct sunlight. Then, the not-so-perilous creek crossing at the finish. Mission accomplished. There are many possible hiking trail combinations in the park. This is a good option for visiting some of the lightly visited peaks in the park.